You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
15 minutes of Fame Radio.
We're now stepping into 15 Minutes of Fame Radio. Yeah.
That's my motherfucking jam right there.
Hey,
good afternoon.
Mondays.
I was gonna give them weather girl. Good afternoon and welcome to Finesse and Chill.
all right.
All right, turn up. We're back.
It's fucking Monday, and it's the Monday after
Summer Jam.
Yes. So hopefully you guys went because it was pretty fucking dope.
Pretty lit. It was pretty lit.
This weekend was sponsored by Hennessy
And Monster.
and Monster, and it was also sponsored by the 10-piece nuggets from Burger King, $1.69.
Oh my god, that was what held us down in the morning.
God. If it wasn't for that, I feel like we would have been dead because that's pretty much all we had at that point. So
Exactly. And this is the good part. So before we tell you how we responsibly got trashed for Summer Jam, before we get into Summer Jam, let's talk about how we responsibly got trashed. We knew we had to eat because we didn't want to be one of those nasty girls that can't handle their liquor, that are like disgusting and all
like
over
you gotta
the
carry
place.
your girl home.
Yeah,
and shit. No,
you know,
you
like the
don't gotta
ones
do
that can't wear their heels all night, so they gotta take them off. Don't wear them. Get a bigger size, ladies. If you're a recurring person that has to take your shoes off, get a bigger size, and I guarantee you will not have to do that.
What the fuck is a recurring person?
like
A recurring barefoot broad that's walking out of the club.
Come on now.
Shout out to
Guys,
London who's
see?
tuned in.
Yes,
Thank you for
London.
tuning in to London.
Cheers to London. I love London.
So we responsibly got messed up before Summer Jam. When we purchased our giant bottle of Henny, we purchased 3 waters.
I was so proud. And we all knew where our cell phones were, our keys, our IDs.
We ate enough.
Our money. Thank God.
And then this is when I knew we had hit an age of maturity. Kendrick Lamar was the last performer. Once Kendrick started getting into his set, we slowly moved up from our seats over to the door near the concession so that we could still visually see it and hear it, but that we was the first ones out to that parking lot because we was not about to stand in that line to get out of the parking lot of Summer Jam.
Hold on, because I just want to make it very clear that
you were so confused. You were like,
no,
what are we doing?
I wasn't confused. I was that child that gets told, let's go home, and we're in the playground, and I'm like, why? It's perfectly fine, Mom. It's like nice
Yo,
out.
her face. I'm
I
like,
was
V,
just like, what?
come on. She was like, what? I was like, Kendrick's the last one. She's like, yes.
Yeah, so what are we doing? Like,
We're going to watch, but we just got to watch from over there because Summer Jam gets a bad name to a lot of people because there's always random fights that go on, but I never see them. Like these fights, I don't know where they happen, but anytime there was like a riot once and I'm inside on my seat like hip hop parade and knew nothing of the drama. But there was a time where me and you had got up to go to the bathroom and it was a little hard to get through those people. There were 3 instances where it could have been a fight.
okay, hold on. It was crazy.
If I was a little drunker, if I would known, if I didn't know better and I wasn't on point, I could have got myself into like 3 fights because I had 3 things to say to 3 different people trying to get out. What was your thoughts?
It was crazy. I mean, getting out of there was really, really crazy. Like, people were mad that you were leaving, which was crazy to me because it's almost like, well, you could take my seat now, sis. Calm the fuck down. Let's have a little bit of the calm the fuck down spray. What the fuck? Let's
work together.
There's people coming in and out. I had to. How many times did we get up in our row? Like maybe 10 times.
To let someone go past.
I just want to leave. Like, I'm not trying to come back.
Oh my god, $12 for some French fries and 3 chicken tenders. Go ahead.
Besides that, it was lit. I had such a good time. And by the way, guys, it was my first Summer Jam. So I had a good time.
Good. I'm glad you did. I always go to Summer Jam. For those who knew me before Finesse and Chill, before interviewing for Battle Rap originally, I interned for Funk Master Flex. I interned for Def Jam. I've been going to Summer Jam since Summer Jam's been Summer Jamming. So to me, like every year, there's people like, oh, I outgrew Summer Jam. Oh, I don't want to go to Summer Jam. Oh, it's going to be this, and that.
That'll never be Lee.
And never. I will never outgrow Summer Jam. I will never not want to go to Summer Jam because there's always something that's going to be important. So, what was your favorite? What was your Summer Jam highlight? What would you say was the best?
Okay. So before... So one of my favorite parts of Summer Jam, besides, of course, the performances, was just the environment. Like, you literally go in there and you turn the fuck up. Like, there is no, kind of like just boring, like on my phone all day long, got nothing to do. There is so much to do in the parking lot alone. Like, oh my God, I felt like we just got off and it was a carnival and we're not even going inside. Like, outside is where everything's at. Outside is where you get the jerk chicken with the rice, or you get the New York chicken with the white sauce on the side.
And like, I went to see the cars. They had like a whole display of a bunch of cars that had the backup, and like you got to see all the systems. Oh my God.
It was lit, guys. It was definitely something that you just had to be there. And I was asking you too, right, earlier. There was people that I swore didn't even go inside. Like, I feel like there was a lot.
Oh my
of
God! Now that you
were
said that,
out outside, like just with the music and the food, like people didn't even come inside. There was so many people out there.
And now, how do you feel about that? Because a friend of mine was just telling me that he went a few years ago, and he also stood in the parking lot. But someone texted me while I was there and said that some girl they used to talk to or something like that was like going live and Snapchatting from the parking lot like all night. Like, oh, it's so lit, but didn't have tickets to go into the event. Because remember, to get to the festival stage, you need your ticket.
Right.
But to get in the parking lot, you don't. They didn't ask us for the tickets.
You're right.
They just asked. So people paid $30 for parking, not to go into the venue, to just parking lot pimp. I get the vibe. Chill. It's the vibe. Yeah, it was.
Just picture and listen, we're from Jersey, so we kind of hate when we bump into everyone that you grew up with. It's kind of like, oh, great. It's like a high school reunion. Like,
right. It makes like,
But it really was nowhere near that. It was so many people out there. I saw a couple people I knew. But I didn't really see that many people out there, so I was excited.
It was like
wow.
enough. It was enough people to see people, not to see everyone, but then every once in a while, you're like, I would see that person out of everyone. That's who I would see.
But it's all right because, Summer Jam's for everyone.
Life is cray-cray. That way.
Side-eye.
So we did bump into a few people here and there. It was dope. But what I will say, I got to see one of my favorite DJs. And let me tell you how my pride is so high that I would not ask for a picture. When I was like, that's DJ Young Chow. That's Chow. That's DJ Young Chow. And I refuse. Like, I don't know if it's because I mentally am like, no, bitch, you're the Duchess.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that. Or it's just, I don't know. I need to work on my people skills. Because I'd rather walk by someone and act like I don't know them than to be like, yo, I'm a big fan of your work. I think you're dope. Let's take a picture. That's me that likes all thousands of your pictures.
And that's crazy because you network.
I could network, but I act like I don't know them. I've done that before. I didn't know this
because I would have pushed you. I would have been like that kid in high school, like.
And I've done that. There was this other guy that I've known for years now that he works on Hot 97. And I told him one day, I was like, when I met you, I knew exactly who you was. But I acted like I don't. Like, there's something wrong with me with my pride. But anyway, let's get back into Summer Jam. So Remy came out.
Remy came out and brought Lil Kim.
She did.
And it was so lit. But, like I said, people were... This is why I can't get to the Summer Jam. Because everyone was outside. Everyone was in that parking lot. It was that dope. Matter of fact, the area that we ended up parking in had maybe like 5 cars. And the stereo system... They actually put the speakers on top of the cars. And the stereo system was so loud. It sounded crazy. And we were just there with like, some Dominican music. Like, and we were there the whole time like, yes, we would find this parking. I was lit. It was the best.
It
and then on
was.
top of that, so a lot of people weren't really filling up the stadium on time because I guess everyone, you said it started earlier this year?
Yeah, everything was like an hour before it was supposed to be. It like, if say normally it would be at like 3, it was at 2. Normally you go in at 6:45, 6:30, it was like 6:15, which is cool, but that's because they're always going overtime and it's always that curse of the rain.
I was going to ask you that, the rain. It rains
Every year. And let me tell you, I've been to Summer Jam on June 3rd. I've been to a Summer Jam that was June 5th. This year it was June 10th. And it's still rain.
And look, the day before Summer Jam was hot as hell outside. The day after Summer Jam, it's nice as hell outside. Like, why the day of? It's so crazy to me. Someone really did the rain dance on this.
Yeah, they really did. A Boogie with the Hoodie came out. Who else? Lil Wayne. We felt a little bad for Lil Wayne.
Okay, I was
sad.
so excited. We're talking Lil Wayne. Like, we're talking about a whole fucking, like, I could think of every song has something to do with every big part of my life. Like, Lil Wayne was literally like the lyrics behind all my away messages, all my AOL statuses. Like, Lil Wayne was it for me. I grew up on that type of time. Like, I was so excited as a fan, as a huge fucking fan of Lil Wayne. I was so excited to just be there for his first performance back. And, like, so you would think this is more biased, and I'd be here like, I love him, he was great, but it really wasn't, though. It wasn't great. It wasn't what I thought it would be.
We forgot his words, and the only reason why I can't really, like, I'm not gonna wake up and be like, oh my god, Lil Wayne fell off, he forgot his work. The man had like 3 strokes in the last year or so, so it was like we had to just sit there and be like, good going, Wayne. Like, yeah, like,
I was just
fighter.
down.
He forgot a lot of his words towards the end. Like,
It
the
wasn't
first
a good
two.
performance. If we're talking performance-wise, it just wasn't a good performance. Like, he didn't
I felt
have
so
it.
bad.
He kind of, I thought he was a little tired, maybe. Like, he was just a little bit, you know, like, dry, I guess you could say. Like, a dry kind of.
And he was stumbling a little bit. But in the beginning, he was a little hype, I will say. He picked some good songs, but I remember you saying, like, it's not the same.
It's not.
It's not the same.
It was irking my soul because I was expecting that disrespectful, like, you know, just, and I didn't get it. So I was like, damn.
And it's so hard when you used to hearing rap music on the radio or hearing the song, and then when you hear it live, you already have to adjust to the band,
right?
And then how they're rapping on top of it. So as a rapper, that's something they gotta work on, because if not, everybody will sound crazy. Like, it'll just sound.
And not for nothing, but I kind of hate when artists have to put like a different beat to the song that they're singing. Like, it's just, I hate that. I hate that for some reason. And I felt like he had a DJ that was kind of like Linkin Park-ish. Did you get that kind of feel?
Oh,
like,
and he kept, he kept shouting out his DJ.
Yeah, and it was
and
just
his
too
one
much
man
for me.
band
and
show.
he did it like 4 times. So we were like, we get it. That's the one man band. That's your drummer right there. You guys do this together. Like, it would have been fire. And he actually did do 6 foot, 7 foot. I think that's one of the songs
hard.
that he forgot. That he kind of just like stood quiet for some of the lyrics. And we kind of looked at it. We were finishing it for him.
Yeah,
so
and I was like,
wait.
did he mean to do that?
Yeah, and then he did it to another song, and then another song, and then they put Lollipop on, and it was like...
You thought you...
He was like, yeah!
You felt like you were in a high school party? Like, oh my God, why did they play this again?
I thought Lil Jon was there, the way he kept saying, yeah! I'm like, alright.
Tunchi. Oh my God, Lil Wayne.
Cheers to you.
It's just that literally, like, you don't know if he was, because that for 1 second I was like, oh, he's on that lean. Like, oh no, he's got to be on his lean again. Like, that's what it is. But I really do think, you know, the man has had a few seizures, like Lil Wayne, and he's not old. So it's not like we could be like, oh, Lil Wayne's getting old. He's not that old.
It's all that lean. Y'all gotta
the
stay
lean
off that
causes
lean.
that. That's a fact.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy,
but it's true. Lean is not It's not cool.
You think it's doing favors for you, but
Real quick, let's shout out Jose Medina. We got Dilemma in the chat. We got Joseph Jones.
I see Ebony in the chat.
Ebony Kid, Tony. You got somebody from Australia just checking in.
Yes, Australia, London. You guys are giving me life right now.
cheers to
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Cheers to the across the world viewers
We love
and
it.
finessers. That's what we're gonna call y'all, the finessers.
because you guys are finessing right along with us.
Casa Mendoza, a faithful
Always
listener.
coming. We love you.
Yes, and if you guys have us on Instagram and want to check our Instagram stories, we still have footage up from Summer Jam.
Yes, we have like 37
Brooklyn's
stories.
in the building.
So make sure you guys go check them out before they disappear.
Yes, we love you guys for tuning in
Yes,
faithfully.
guys, we're actually your fans at the end of the day because we're so happy you guys are here.
That's what's up.
Hey, yo,
Appreciate y'all.
Jersey in the building.
Jersey.
Cheers. Thank you guys. Every Monday, man. Every Monday. And you know you guys can reach out to us on Instagram, social media, anytime.
It's lit.
Definitely lit. So, let me see. After Little Wayne. What was Tory Lanez? Remember, we saw Tory Lanez. You wasn't that moved by Tory Lanez.
It wasn't like a...
Yeah, I wasn't that moved either.
I don't know exactly because I feel like we
I
would
was
have
just
been
like,
like,
that's
hold on.
if it was Trey Songz.
Hold on.
Every year that Trey Songz has come, I turned into a totally different person. I never think I'm gonna get like that. My IG is at the Duchess of Jersey. Her IG is,
Oh, I forgot for a second. Sitting X Pretty.
which by the way, we were online. Fans. Let me tell you how somebody was screaming V's
Finesser.
Instagram online. And mind you, I heard it at first. They was like, sitting pretty. And I was like doing something. And I'm like, V, somebody's screaming
Mind
your
you,
Instagram
I'm listening
name.
to it, but I'm like, people are always stealing everything.
Like somebody must have stole that. And I'm like, yo, they're talking to you. So then, mind you, the guy like runs up and he's like, yo.
He's like all the way behind the line. We're like a couple rows in front. You know how that little thing zigzags. So.
Oh, it was like in line. Like you
Yeah.
literally have to go in line. So he's chasing her like through the line to go like this.
And she's like, V. And I'm like, oh my God, but he's running after us.
And he's like, I follow you. He told her, thank you for not being a catfish.
Yes.
For really looking like her profile.
He was like, oh my God, you're not a catfish. And I'm like, that
Then,
was like the first thing he said to me. And he's, you know, it was cute. It was nice. I loved it. I love love. So it was nice at the end of the day.
Superstar.
Then he came up to me and apologized. I felt like he thought I was like your lesbian girlfriend because he was like, yo, you don't gotta look at me like that. I'm cool peoples. He's like, yo, I see you grilling me over there. I know her. I'm like, you don't know her. You follow her. What do you mean
It
you
was
know
so
her?
funny. And he was really scared of her. He was like, and he even came up to me. I don't know if you peep, but he came up to me and he was like, yo, your friend looks really mean.
And
like,
I was
she's
like-
looking at me like I'm doing something to you. And I'm like, she just doesn't know you.
And I'm like, I'm not looking at you, bro. Like, I made it even worse. So I know everybody thinks I'm the bubbly one and V like might be the serious one or like the unapproachable one. And for some reason, everybody's scared of me when we go out. Like they're like, I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
like
sorry.
the flip.
You don't gotta look at me like
But
that.
it's funny because we do it to each other.
Yeah.
When people are on her, I'll be like, oh boy,
Let's go. Oh yeah, because you pulled me somewhere.
Yeah, I don't see, and it's that same exact. I'll be like, come on, man, you don't know this nigga. Come on, let's go.
Some dude try to get my number, and you know I'm like, nah, I don't get my
and
number.
she's saying that
out.
like, I mean, I'm like, she's not gonna give you your number. No, you can have Instagram though. But...
He was like, what's your Instagram? I'm like, Duchess of Jersey.
Yo, that's what's crazy nowadays. Like, you don't get the phone number, you get the Instagram.
Hey.
Yep.
You know, still.
I feel like that's a win because that's more of a win than a phone number. First of all, if you call me from a number I don't know, I'm not picking up. Second, if you text me from a number I don't know, I'm still not picking up, and it's a text. So if you hit me up on Instagram though, and you're like, "Hey, what's up? I love your show."
It's
I
different.
love what you're
It's more
doing,"
friendly.
I'm like, "Oh, word, what's up?" And I send a little.
But if
heart,
you text
like,
me, I'm never gonna answer
exactly
you ever.
never. It's just not gonna happen. So
Oh,
why?
that's a good.
Why
We
do
just
guys
told them
do
the
that?
secret. We just told them the
Yeah,
secret.
you're
Chill,
welcome.
chill.
You're welcome.
That makes so much sense. Sliding in the DM.
See, now they're calling my girl a bully.
I mean,
It's
I don't try to
not.
be. I just don't like. This year, I just like our space.
Right.
This year is so different. We can't even like be out. I feel like if we're outside talking, I feel like we gotta watch who's around us. I feel like whatever.
It's just it's a crazy. It's like things are kind of the same, but they're not. Like
Right.
it's a whole new ball game this year. So we have to watch and we have to be careful.
Yeah, because look at how many people be like, "Oh, we saw you on Instagram." What if we would have been there like trash talking or like drunk, falling all over the place, and somebody be like, "Oh my God, did you see the Duchess of Jersey?"
What if we had a real time like girl moment and like I passed out and like fell or something? Like you would see this on Instagram the next day with our tags all over this shit. So you just always gotta watch out. You never know who's looking.
You gotta watch.
One thing I will say though, and this is for everyone, we're not trying to say that we're like, oh my God, but for just everyone in general, don't think that people aren't watching, because people are always watching.
Yeah.
Don't doubt yourself. There's people that are looking that you would never think are even paying attention to you.
Right. Even if you're promoting your brand, your show, and you might feel like, oh my God, this got like 10 likes. Oh, nobody's subscribing. Nobody's doing this. Promise you, people are paying attention.
Exactly.
They may not support it the way you think they should be supporting it, but believe me, it's getting out there. Don't give up. Don't end it. If we would have ended it, like, what, how long ago? Like, forever ago. If we really cared what you people thought of us 24/7, we would have probably stopped a long time ago. But we know the intentions are genuine. We know that we're here to promote people for a good reason. And we know that we do good things.
I'm gonna need you guys to understand that we come from fucking SoundCloud. Like, we're not even used to people tuning in like that. So
I'm not even used to people looking at me.
Exactly. Anything negative that has to be said about us, it's like, I really don't care. Do you see the views though?
Right.
So let's just all be in a nice little positive bubble, and let's just all remember to be aware of what's going on while we're out, because you just never know.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go! 15 minutes of fame radio. Now stepping into 15 minutes of fame radio. Yeah. That's my motherfucking jam right there.